So, I have a question for you. Why do trees rot? Well, you know why they rot, but here's the other half of the question, or maybe the bigger question. Why do they seem to rot disproportionately? And you say, what do I mean, disproportionately? Well, look at this tree here, or the trees behind me. There's a lot of rotten trees out here. The water level came up, the trees died, but they're dead. They've been dead for a long time. Here, look at that. It's stuck right in there. Oh, there's a little bit of not quite so rot. Oh, look at that right there. Stuck way in there. Oh, there it goes again. That's a lot of rotten wood. But now listen for it. Listen, see if you can hear it. Listen. Oh, it snapped. Why isn't this rotten when this is rotten? This little bitty piece of wood versus this great big piece of wood. Now, all of you log home guys that love the log homes, the great big logs, and you say, oh, it's big, it's massive, it's beautiful, it'll never rot. Surprise, you better build with this in mind. The bigger it is, the faster it rots. But why? Well, here's why. This gets wet, just the same as this gets wet. Look at it, it was fastened to the same tree. It was part of the same tree. But what happened? This got wet, this dried out, this didn't. As soon as the moisture content inside of the wood is above 30%, okay? 30% moisture content, then all the little bugs that want to eat this and turn it into dirt, to make stuff grow. It's just the way this planet was made. It wants to make everything grow. It's weird, just everything wants to make everything grow the way that this planet is made. So, dead tree, turn it back into dirt so stuff can grow. The little buggers, the little organisms, when it's above 30% moisture content, can live in here. And they go, this is a feast, this is amazing, look all this stuff that we have to eat. We can just eat it up and go, wow, this is yummy, yummy, yummy. But why not this? Here's why. If you take something this small and you double the diameter of it, the circumference of it will only double. But the inside volume of the material inside of it, the food, if you will, the food volume will increase 4 times versus doubling the circumference. So why does that make a difference? The amount of surface area where the moisture can evaporate out of. The surface area. Once it gets wet, this dries out because it's small. It has a very high surface to content ratio. Now this, in that it's so much bigger, has a very low surface to content ratio. You double the diameter, you double the circumference, but the volume goes up 4 times. That's why. The bigger the piece of wood, the faster it rots. Okay? Okay. So this video is not out there 1 hour, and I am visited with a question as if I missed the main point. This tree, or wood, is like a giant sponge. It will absorb moisture. If the moisture gets in and cannot get out, moisture content above 30%, it will rot. If you put a finish on it that is like a piece of plastic where the moisture gets in and cannot get out, I don't care how expensive the plastic coating is or isn't, makes no difference. If it cannot dry out, it will rot. And a mistake here on a home especially can easily cost you, what, $100,000 to fix the problem that never should have happened in the first place? There, did that clear up that thought? Okay, giant sponge, very expensive, plastic coating, rot. All right, now we'll go back to the rest of the original video. Good idea. don't let it get wet in the first place. If you're building a log home, doing log work outside, it's either got to be treated very well with a good preservative that penetrates all the way in, because these little buggers, look at this stuff. Look at that. It's just eating it up. Soon this tree is going to fall over. It's going to be nothing but, well, it's going to turn into dirt. Food for all this stuff. You go bigger, you better protect it, or it's going to do this. Put a good roof on it. Here's an idea. Put the log work inside of the house where it can be beautiful for you in there, and put something on the outside of the house that handles the weather really good. Like, all sorts of different sidings. There's lots of things. Just look at different kind of roofs and stuff that's out there. And take all that meticulous beauty that you love, that I love, the log work stuff, all of this stuff is amazing. But if it gets wet, it will rot. So put it inside the house where it's protected and you can enjoy it. And outside, stuff like that, it just rots away and it's gone. Look at that. This, I can't even break that one. How about this one? Listen. Oh my, look at that. It's good. Tiny, high surface to content ratio. Rotten, low surface to content, low surface to mass ratio. See? Snap, rot, snap, rot. Okay? Got it? There you go.